Lily Phillips, a name now synonymous with controversy, started her journey like many young women today, seeking connection and perhaps a touch of fame in the digital world. Born and raised in a small town in England, Lily always had big dreams. She was an ambitious young woman, determined to make a name for herself in the vast and often overwhelming world of social media. At 23, the Englishwoman found herself drawn to the world of social media, her online presence growing with each carefully curated post. She spent countless hours perfecting her images, writing engaging captions, and interacting with her followers. Her dedication paid off as her follower count steadily increased, and she began to gain recognition. Yet it was her foray into the realm of adult content, specifically on the platform OnlyFans, that truly catapulted her into the spotlight. This decision was not made lightly. Lily weighed the pros and cons, understanding the potential risks and rewards. She saw an opportunity to take control of her narrative and her financial future. Attracted by the promise of financial independence and empowered by the control it offered over her content and her body, Phillips quickly amassed a significant following. She embraced the platform's potential, creating content that resonated with a wide audience. Her authenticity and confidence shone through, making her a favorite among subscribers. Her subscriber count, an impressive 36,000 strong, became a testament to her business acumen, generating over £2 million in earnings. This financial success allowed her to live a life she'd only dreamed of, providing her with opportunities and experiences that were previously out of reach. Little did she know, however, that her pursuit of liberation and financial freedom would soon thrust her into the eye of a media storm. The attention she garnered was not all positive, and the scrutiny from the public and media began to take its toll. Despite the challenges, Lily remained resilient, determined to navigate the complexities of her newfound fame. In December 2024, Lily Phillips ignited a firestorm of controversy with a single audacious act. The world watched in shock and fascination as the news spread like wildfire across social media platforms. She documented herself sleeping with 100 men in a single day, an act that was both bold and provocative. This unprecedented event was not just a personal endeavor, but a public spectacle. The event, lasting an arduous 14 hours, was meticulously crafted for consumption on her OnlyFans account. Marketed as a personal fantasy and a challenge to be conquered, it drew in thousands of curious viewers. Promotion for the event was strategic, capitalizing on the allure of the taboo and the promise of exclusive, uncensored content. The marketing campaign was a masterclass in creating buzz and anticipation. Phillips, initially framing the experience as an act of empowerment and sexual liberation, later confessed to the emotional toll it took. She had hoped to challenge societal norms and push boundaries, but the reality was far more complex. The rawness of her vulnerability was exposed when YouTuber Joshua Peters, present to document the event, captured footage of Phillips breaking down. Her tears were a stark counterpoint to the carefully constructed image of confidence she had presented. The footage revealed the emotional and psychological impact of her actions, sparking a broader conversation about the pressures and consequences of living life in the public eye. The public response to Lily Phillips' 100-man event was immediate and sharply divided. The internet, a breeding ground for both fervent support and scathing criticism, became a battleground for opinions. On one side stood those who applauded Phillips' audacity, viewing her actions as a bold assertion of female sexual agency. They celebrated her entrepreneurial spirit and her willingness to challenge societal norms. Conversely, a wave of condemnation crashed over Phillips, decrying her actions as reckless, exploitative, and a dangerous step backward for women. The video of her emotional breakdown, widely circulated and dissected, only served to further polarize the conversation, raising uncomfortable questions about the true cost of such extreme content creation. The case of Lily Phillips thrusts the often murky ethics of online content creation into the harsh glare of the public eye. Her story is not just a singular event, but a reflection of broader societal issues that are becoming increasingly relevant in our digital age. Questions of consent, a cornerstone of ethical sexual engagement, take on a new complexity in the context of a 14-hour, 100-person event. The sheer scale of such an event raises significant concerns about whether all participants fully understand what they are agreeing to and the potential ramifications of their involvement. Was it truly possible to ensure genuine, enthusiastic consent from all parties involved? The dynamics of group pressure and the influence of social media can often blur the lines of voluntary participation, making it difficult to ascertain true consent. Similarly, the right to privacy, often surrendered in the pursuit of online fame, becomes a particularly sensitive issue when dealing with such a large and diverse group of individuals. The digital footprint left behind can have long-lasting effects, impacting personal and professional lives in unforeseen ways. Perhaps most importantly, the emotional and psychological well-being of content creators, often obscured behind carefully curated online personas, demands greater consideration. The pressure to constantly produce engaging content can lead to burnout, anxiety, and depression, issues that are rarely discussed openly. Lily's tearful breakdown serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of views and likes can carry a heavy human cost. It underscores the need for a more compassionate and ethical approach to content creation, one that prioritizes the well-being of individuals over the relentless chase for online validation. Navigating the tightrope challenges for influencers in the adult content sphere. Lily Phillips's story highlights the precarious tightrope walked by influencers operating within the adult content industry. The allure of financial gain and the promise of creative control exist in a constant state of tension, with the ever-present potential for exploitation, backlash, and the commodification of one's own body. The industry itself, often operating in a legal and ethical grey area, provides little in the way of safety nets or support systems. Influencers, particularly young women like Phillips, are left to navigate the complexities of consent, privacy, and personal boundaries with minimal guidance, and often under immense pressure to produce increasingly shocking content. The spectre of exploitation, a looming question. Looming large over the Lily Phillips controversy is the unsettling question of exploitation. Was she a savvy businesswoman, masterfully leveraging her sexuality for financial gain? Or was she, as some critics argued, a victim of a system that preys on young women, encouraging them to push their boundaries to the point of breaking for the sake of clicks and subscriptions? The line between empowerment and exploitation, often blurry and subjective, becomes even more difficult to define when financial gain is thrown into the equation. The answer, like most things in life, is likely nuanced and complex, defying easy categorization. The double-edged sword of online fame cancel culture and its impact. The Lily Phillips saga also shines a light on the double-edged sword of online fame, particularly in the age of cancel culture. Social media, for all its ability to amplify voices and connect individuals, can also be a brutal and unforgiving space. One misstep, one ill-conceived action can lead to swift and merciless public condemnation. The court of public opinion, often fueled by outrage and lacking in due process, can have devastating impacts on careers and reputations. For influencers like Phillips, whose livelihoods depend on maintaining a positive public image, the threat of being cancelled looms large, creating a climate of fear and self-censorship. Shifting societal sands, our evolving relationship with sex and technology. The controversy surrounding Lily Phillips and her 100-man event is perhaps best understood within the broader context of our evolving relationship with sex and technology. The digital age, with its easy access to pornography and the rise of platforms like OnlyFans, has fundamentally altered how we consume and engage with sexuality. The lines between public and private, fantasy and reality have become increasingly blurred. Lily's story, while extreme, forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about consent, exploitation, and the commodification of sex in the digital age. It is a conversation that extends far beyond one woman's actions, prompting a much-needed societal dialogue about sex, power, and the ever-evolving landscape of online content creation. Lily's legacy, a catalyst for conversation. Regardless of where one stands on the Lily Phillips spectrum of opinion, her story serves as a powerful catalyst for conversation. It forces us to confront our own biases and beliefs about sex work, female agency, and the ethics of online content creation. It highlights the challenges and complexities faced by influencers operating within the adult content industry, prompting a much-needed discussion about exploitation, consent, and the human cost of online fame. Perhaps most importantly, it underscores the need for greater empathy and understanding in our online interactions, recognizing that behind carefully curated online personas are real individuals with complex emotions, motivations, and vulnerabilities.